In this video, we will understand how to estimate basic linear regression and multiple linear regression using manual method. And this is our regression model. Here R is remittances, log of remittances, and ER is log of exchange rate. And we have to estimate the relationship between remittances and exchange rate, that is, what will be the impact on remittances given exchange rate. And here we have a data. In our normal mathematical calculation, we take this as an independent variable and it is represented by x, and this is called dependent variable and it is represented by y. Therefore, in this table, exchange rate is x and the remittances is y. Therefore, we represent this equation with this. Here y is remittances, a is the y-intercept, which is represented here, which is the representation of b1, and this small b is representing b2, and x is the exchange rate. Now we have to estimate a and b. So for that we will have two different methods. Right now I will use normal equation method. So first of all, we have to form the normal equations. So for the first normal equation, let me take here y, summation y n a plus b summation x. This is the first normal equation, and the second is multiply by x summation xy a summation x plus b summation x squared. This is second normal equation. To find the value of a and b, I have to put the values of summation y, summation x, and summation xy, and summation x squared. For that, we have to do calculation from the data given in the table. To do calculation manually, I took the help of the Excel. You can fill these tables with the help of calculator as well. So these blue area represent the data given in the table, and this y is remittances, log of remittances, and this x is log of exchange rate. So to put the values in the normal equation, here summation y is 479.96. I just plug in the values in this equation from these values. Here this is summation y, this is summation x, and it is summation x squared, and it is summation xy. So we have these two simultaneous equations, and using the simultaneous equation method, we can find a and b. Help of calculator, press mode, equation is at 5, and this is the first equation here. So plug in the values. Okay, sorry, the first value is this a, so 21, then this b, 92.79, and then this constant here 4, 79.96. Put the values from the second equation. It is 92.79, 412.17, and 2126.09. So once we have entered the values of two simultaneous equations, the first the A, it is 11.96. Press enter again, and the B is 2.47. Now I have found A and B, and A is here B1 and this B is B2. Now this is our fitted regression equation. Its interpretation is 1% increase in exchange rate brings 2.47% increase in remittances. Now in this part we are going to estimate the multiple linear regression, and this is our model. Here we have two independent variables, exchange rate and GDP growth. Now I have written this regression model in this simple mathematical equation. Here y stands for remittances, log of remittances. A is y-intercept, which is alpha 1, B1 is alpha 2, and B2 is B2 is this alpha 3 here. This is alpha 3. And x1 is exchange rate and x2 is GDP growth rate. Therefore, in this table, this is y, this is x1, and it is x2. This equation has three variables, x1, x2, and y. So we will have three normal equations. So let's form three normal equations. Multiply by x now, x1, multiply by x with x2, Now we have three normal equations. Just plug in the values here, the values of summations from the table, or you can also calculate these values with the help of calculator as well. I have already calculated the values of summations in this Excel table, and we can calculate these with the help of calculator as well. Just plug in the values. Now I have plugged in the values in these three normal equations. I got these normal equations after putting the values from the table, these values. Now I will solve these three simultaneous equations with the help of calculator to find A, B1 and B2. For that, press mode, press 5 for equation, and here at number 2 we have three variables x, y, z. We put the values here. First put 21, then 92.79, $82.78, and then 479.96. Press enter. Now put the values from the equation number 2. After substituting the values in the calculator, let's press enter button again. So this is our first value of A, 10.23, and the second value is 2.76, and the third is 0.105. Now this is our estimated regression model. Its interpretation is, if we keep GDP constant, then 1% increase in exchange rate will bring 2.7% increase in remittances, and if we keep exchange rate constant, then 1% increase in GDP will 1% increase in GDP brings 0.11% increase in remittances.